Full history of Maya in Central America. Explore the intriguing past of the Maya civilization in Central America, among the most amazing and complex societies of the ancient world. From present-day Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, Honduras, and El Salvador, the Maya left behind a rich heritage of art, architecture, science, and spirituality across a wide swath. The Maya fashioned a society that is still revered and studied today with its sophisticated writing system, exact calendar, and massive monuments, like the pyramids of Tikal and Palenque. Let us explore the rich and complex history of the Maya in Central America, so that we could have an understanding of a fascinating civilization full of secrets and beauty. Preclassic period, c. 2000 BCE, 250 CE. It was during the Preclassic period, which lasted from around 2000 BCE to 250 CE, that a crucial turning point occurred in the development of the Maya civilization. As time went on, the Maya evolved from small farming villages that were spread out across the landscape into societies that became increasingly complex. These cultures were distinguished by permanent settlements and intricate social structures. Through the course of this time period, this transformation took place. The early Maya towns that were located in the highlands of Guatemala and southern Mexico were the ones that created permanent agricultural techniques. These practices centered on the cultivation of fundamental crops such as maize, beans, and squash. Additionally, the production of other types of crops was included in these approaches. It was feasible for the population to increase as a result of the surplus of these crops, which in turn led to the creation of larger settlements that had a higher population density. Nakbay and El Mirador are two examples of notable archaeological constructions that date back to this historical period. Both of these structures offer evidence of considerable improvements in monumental design and urban planning. These locations have been the location of important construction projects that have been discovered by archaeologists. These projects include platform mounds, pyramids, and enormous ceremonial complexes. The fact that these findings have been made is evidence of a high level of societal order and established authority. This age not only witnessed the development of the Maya writing system, which is renowned for its elaborate hieroglyphs, but it also witnessed the construction of their calendar system, which would go on to become extremely sophisticated in later ages. Both of these notable events occurred during this age. Additionally, the Preclassic Maya engaged in the trade of key commodities such as jade, obsidian, and ceramics over great distances. This was part of their economic system. This commercial network not only made it possible for other Mesoamerican groups to engage in cultural and technological linkages with one another, but it also contributed to the expansion of the economy. As a consequence of this, it was crucial in laying the foundation for the founding of the Maya civilization, which would later evolve into a highly developed and sophisticated culture during the Classic period. Classic period, c. 250 to 900 CE. The Classic period, which lasted from around 250 to 900 CE, is considered to be the pinnacle of Maya civilization. This time is distinguished by the Maya's artistic, architectural, and intellectual accomplishments, reaching their highest point. The Maya were responsible for the development of some of its most well-known and influential city-states during this time period. These city-states include Tikal, Palenque, Copán, and Characterized. The monumental architecture of these cities, which included huge temples, imposing palaces, and observatories, exemplified a high level of urban planning and ceremonial significance. These cities were characterized by their monumental architecture. Maya society progressed to the point where it was structured into a network of city-states that were ruled by great rulers. The splendor of these cities is a reflection of this high level of civilization. The Maya society that existed throughout the Classic period was extremely advanced, and its rulers engaged in both diplomatic and military endeavors in order to broaden their sphere of influence and preserve their authority. The Maya were responsible for the production of a vast collection of written documents, which included stelae, monuments, and codices. These records provide documentation of significant historical events, royal genealogy, and religious ceremonies. The inscriptions in question offer significant insights into the political and religious lives of the Maya, shedding light on the intricate social structures and belief systems that were prevalent during their time. During the Classic period, the Maya made a number of significant intellectual breakthroughs that are particularly noteworthy. The sophisticated calendrical systems and exact astronomical observations that they made are evidence of the advanced mathematics and astronomical understanding that they possessed. Because of its cycles and linkages, The Maya calendar was one of the most advanced calendars that existed throughout that historical period. Furthermore, the period is well known for the beautiful artwork that was produced during this time period. This artwork includes elaborate stelae, intricately carved altars, and bright murals. Not only were these artistic creations used for ceremonial purposes, but they also provide a glimpse into Maya mythology, politics, and daily life, thereby revealing the rich cultural tapestry that was the classic Maya civilization. Post-classic period, c. 900, 1500 CE. Changes in political dynamics, cultural practices, and geographic focus are some of the things that are reflected in the tremendous transitions that occurred in Maya civilization throughout the post-classic period, which lasted approximately from 900 to 1500 CE. During this time period, a number of the most significant cities in the southern lowlands, such as Tikal and Palenque, went through a period of collapse, which resulted in the establishment of new political and cultural organizations in the northern part of the Yucatan Peninsula. Chichen Itza, Uxmal, and Mayapan are three of the most important cities from this time period. In response to the shifting political and social landscape, these northern centers evolved distinctive architectural styles and adapted to the changing circumstances. It was during the post-classic period that Chichen Itza in particular rose to prominence as a great power. The Great Ball Court and the Pyramid of Kukulkan, which is often referred to as El Castillo, are two of the city's numerous spectacular structures that have earned it a worldwide reputation. The fact that these monuments exhibit a combination of Maya and Toltec influences is evidence of the city's function as a cultural and political center in the surrounding area. There was a period of great cultural synthesis and adaptation, as evidenced by the architecture of Chichen Itza, which features elaborate carvings and clever urban design. The Maya continued to participate in large trade networks, which permitted cultural and commercial interactions across Mesoamerica, despite the fact that they faced problems like internal wars and pressures from the outside world. In order to manage the difficulties of regional politics and competitiveness, several Maya cities formed federations or confederations during this time period. This event marked the beginning of the evolution of the political structure of Maya cities. Maya civilization was significantly disrupted as a result of the entrance of Spanish conquistadors in the early 16th century. This event marked the beginning of colonial rule, which brought about enormous changes. As a result of the Spanish invasion, the region underwent significant transformations, such as the establishment of new political institutions and the repression of indigenous activities. Nevertheless, the tenacity of Maya cultural identity and customs maintained in spite of these challenges, which is a reflection of the continuing heritage of Maya civilization. In general, the Preclassic, Classic, and Post-Classic periods are able to portray the dynamic development of the Maya civilization. This includes the early agricultural beginnings of the civilization, the pinnacle of its cultural and intellectual triumphs, and eventually the transforming difficulties that were brought about by the encounters with colonial powers. Contributions and legacy. Art, architecture, mathematics, astronomy, and writing are just a few of the areas that the Maya civilization made significant contributions to. It is widely recognized for its profound contributions in these areas. They were able to communicate intricate concepts in historical documents through their hieroglyphic script, which stands out as one of the most advanced writing systems of the ancient world. An extraordinary level of sophistication was displayed by the Maya calendar and astronomical systems, which exhibited a profound comprehension of the movements of the heavens and the maintenance of time. They left behind a legacy of art that includes complex carvings, bright paintings, and well-produced pottery, all of which represent the Maya's rich cultural and religious life. The Maya left behind an astounding array of structures, including towering pyramids and magnificent palaces, which continue to be subjects of awe and scholarly investigation. These structures are particularly noteworthy for their architectural design. These accomplishments shed light on the extraordinary inventiveness of the Maya and the pervasive influence they had on the ancient world. Thanks for watching. Subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon.